as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. This will make it into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that's
come on.
Complete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 27, Watson. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A big run there by Johnson. 45 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Johnson.
Hello. Daddy.
For about 40 yards there to the 13. The ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come out on a receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this line. 9 yards on the play. So 1st and goal. Here's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games? They can be contagious. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson.
Come on, Wes. Get the win. Get the win. Do what you got to do. Get the win.
And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Dolphins nothing. Fairbairn to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Where's the cup?
Dada.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Tua not liking what he sees, so he's going to signal for time out. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ryan, you made me call a timeout, girl.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Oh, they got a little daylight. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
And the Dolphin first down.
Tua going to throw. It's complete to Parker, left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
First down, Dolphins.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He's tackled.
A good run on first down, followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's complete to Grant. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. First foray into the red zone for Miami. 1st and 10 at the 19. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So we're all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Dolphins offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite him and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last time. Let's see what happens here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
At the 35-yard line.
What's the whole engine? The driver's engine.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Yes, Papa. Yes, Papa. Yes, Papa. Eat some broccoli.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he'll take this one for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about...
Dog, you always hurt, man.
Officially, so 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
Come on now.
He has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now Breida on a toss left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This is Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now it's Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Just play defense, Wes. You need to stop. You need to stop at the half. You need to stop at the half, boy. Stop.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McCloud, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back.
Let's go.
Pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very
Let's
far
go.
to
Let's
before
play
he gets
solid
to the end
defense.
zone, and he got there.
Solid defense.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like when we talk about the defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Watson now going to keep it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Circle. Wrong button. Wrong button. Wrong button. Wrong button, boy. Come on, Wes. Get yourself together.
2nd and 16.
Controller's white.
Now Tua. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st down, here's Breida.
Oh, come on, get out of there.
That one good for 7 yards.
The tackle made.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
Look at how fat you are. Oh no. Daddy, don't eat. Don't.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins head on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
I told you to stop eating.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 45.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He gets it over the middle of the column. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. A good pick up there, 20 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Watson on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
A 31-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football, something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, a field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game instead. They're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Watson off play action. Caught left side by Kyle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Team carry for Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. They'll try and run it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Watson again. This is Johnson. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Operating from the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you're not clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
But sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian, open mic night at the improv, and you run into a tough crowd.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Here's Breida. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He was tackled at the 46.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
My favorite song is The Wheels on the Bus. Would you like to sing it with me? Driving on the bus goes move on back, move on back, move on back.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses.
Oh, really? Come on, you fumbling now, bro?
He has been a workhorse
Really?
for them in this game, and
Really? A fumble?
until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Under the ground for many, many, many years. And then inverted to
throwing on third down, Watson. And that is incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. Back now in Houston, it's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
On 2nd down, Tua. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Tua now on first down. That'll be complete to Breida. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Texans 20.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The equipment I'm going to put on is this mask. This mask is going to help protect my eyes and then be able to deliver clean oxygen so I can breathe in the smoke.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
I'm going to put on the air tank.
From the gun, Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 35-yard.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive.
For the wait. Hello, welcome to McDonald's. How may I help you?
Counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Has somebody played that yet? No. No? Not at all? No. Next, Emma's going to add in 1/3 cup of oil, vegetable oil.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Conley on the tackle.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And say it was extreme helpful. Back to the vending machine. Anybody else? Food, vending machine.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give to Breida. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they won't want to play here no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. This from 36 yards out. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Helping with just a field goal? That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Miami, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4.